pleasure to be at this event this evening, celebrating this wonderful exhibition, and to have the pleasure of thanking Baroness Warsi so much for coming and sharing the evening with us and giving us her thoughts about the relationships between the two communities, the Muslim and Jewish community in this country. And a few things really struck me about what she said. The first one I thought was the not either or. You know, we're not in a competition here. There's plenty of room for us all to be successful, and that also, of course, applies to the other faith groups and the non-faith groups. But within the context of the Jews and the Muslims, that was, I thought, a really positive way of expressing it. We can both be successful. Another thought that really came out of it for me was, of course, the thought about tolerance, because Britain's a very tolerant nation within the nations of the world. And therefore it behoves us as British citizens to be tolerant of each other and to accept that we have our differences, but we have our similarities, and our similarities are much more profound than our differences, and let's recognise them. A third one was this idea about supporting one another. You know, there's things that we can do for you, there's things you can do for us, let's look for them, let's develop them. And I know that we at the Board of Deputies will be really, you know, we're really looking for opportunities, and I know that the Muslim friends are doing the same thing, and the more we can work together, the better. So the last thing that I took out of it was a sort of overriding one, which relates back to the exhibition, the flicker of light. And you mentioned the flicker of light, and I thought there was a flicker of light when times were terrible, and now times are good. Let's take that flicker of light and turn it into a world of sunshine. And work together, build our relationship, build a strong British community together, because we can, and we are in a very privileged position, both communities, to be able to do that. So thank you very much for your thoughts. Let me just add a few particular thank yous to Piaz Magal for the wonderful book, and to Ez for giving us the excuse to be here and for giving us the inspiration, to Natan, Rabbi Natan, for putting together this evening, to the Board of Deputies staff who worked hard and who stayed late, and really appreciate your being here, and of course finally to Baroness Warsi, a great supporter of the faith communities. I mean, since she's come into this new role, a year?
8 months.
8 months? She's been at everything. She's been at Mitzvah Day, she's been involved in social action, she's been in everything. And I know that we as Jews, and I'm sure the Muslim community, feel exactly the same. Thanking you so much for the work you're doing on all of our behalf, and particularly for coming this evening. Thank you.